She was hired to heal them. She wore the uniform of mercy. She worked where pain, blood, and prayers filled the air. But if a soldier was placed under her care, his chances of survival dropped sharply. This is not a legend. This is not a ghost story. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a true, buried story of a Civil War nurse who killed more soldiers than bullets, cannons, and bayonets combined. And the most terrifying part? No one stopped her. Because no one wanted to look. To understand how this was possible, you must understand Civil War medicine. Field hospitals were not hospitals. They were barns, churches, abandoned homes. Doctors worked without gloves, without antibiotics, without painkillers. Amputations happened in minutes. Sores were wiped on aprons. Blood soaked the floors. Death was everywhere. So when soldiers died, no one asked questions. High death rates were expected. And that is exactly what made this place the perfect killing ground. She arrived quietly. A black woman. Tall. Calm. Observant. Official records barely mention her name. She was listed simply as nurse. She followed orders. She worked longer hours than most. She never panicked. Doctors trusted her. Officers ignored her. Patients depended on her. And slowly, the men under her care began to die. Not screaming. Not bleeding. Just fading. The symptoms were strange. High fever. Sudden weakness. Paralysis. Heart failure. Doctors blamed infection. They blamed dirty tools. They blamed bad luck. But something didn't add up. Soldiers treated by other nurses survived more often. Soldiers treated by her usually didn't. Deaths happened at night. Quietly. Peacefully. Too peacefully. She knew plants. Not from books. From generations of forced survival. She knew which roots slowed the heart. Which leaves stopped breathing. Which berries looked harmless. Oleander. Water hemlock. Pokeweed. Crushed into liquids. Mixed into medicine. Added drop by drop. No knife. No gun. No visible wound. Just death that looked natural. Then the pattern emerged. Officers died more than enlisted men. Wealthy soldiers died more than poor farmers. Men who spoke proudly of slavery died most of all. This was not random. This was not madness. This was selection. She was not killing soldiers. She was killing power. One man noticed. An officer. Educated. Suspicious. He pretended to swallow the medicine. But secretly spat it out. He lived. That night, he watched her. Calm. Unbothered. She knew. They locked eyes. Neither spoke. Reporting her would mean admitting weakness. It would destroy morale. It would expose Confederate hospitals. So they stayed silent. Doctors altered records. Deaths were labeled natural causes. Ledgers were rewritten. She was quietly removed. Sold. Transferred. Her trail vanished. After the war, the South wrote its story. Heroes. Honor. Lost cause myths. There was no room for a black woman who turned medicine into justice. So history erased her. But graves remained. She never stood on a battlefield. Never fired a weapon. Never wore a medal. Yet her impact was deadly. She healed no one. But she changed the war in silence. Because sometimes, the most dangerous enemy is the one you trust to save your life.